Is there even a front grip on that gun? Or
Well, technically, this wood piece right here is front grip, but this has like a.
you can
fucking
grip these
annoying-
nuts. Welcome to the podcast where we talk about anything and everything that comes out of the crapshoot. I'm your host, JD. This is my co-host.
Hold on. I had a bit planned for this, and I wasn't expecting us to begin this early. Hold on.
That's fine.
I gotta pull it up so I can remember the words. real quick.
James. I call him
No,
James.
hold on,
Everyone
hold
else
on.
calls him Jimmy. It just works like that. And a lot of things have happened.
Okay. Hold on. Wait. Give it to me again.
Yeah, you can have it. Here you go.
No. Like do the line again so we can.
You can grip these nuts. Oh, so you're.
And then you have to say, "Welcome to the podcast."
But so what you were planning wasn't an audio bit. It was just
No, it was an audio bit.
for
I was
this
just making
audio.
that
You
bit.
didn't plan an audio bit for this podcast. This audio podcast.
I did. I was just doing a reaction to you of your thing because I did a reaction the first time, so I was recreating it. I was waiting for you to do the rest of the intro so I could then do.
Oh, okay. Let's try it again. Let's try it again.
I was gonna do my little rant thing.
Yeah. Let's try it again then. Hold on. Grip these nuts.
There's a. There's a front grip on it.
Yeah, so James got some new guns to show.
Hold on, I want to do the bit.
Grip these nuts. Welcome to the podcast where we talk about anything and everything that comes out of the crapshoot. I'm your host, JD. This is my co-host.
Fumes de Molly Paris. Oh.
James. I call him James. Everyone else calls him Jimmy. It just works like that.
Fumes de Molly Paris.
A lot of things have happened this week, James. That must have been our longest intro.
Twitch?
Since I'm
Did we
not
talk
cutting
about
any of that.
TwitchCon happened. Did
yeah.
we talk about that?
No, we didn't.
So real quick, to explain the dumb thing I did, that's going to make no sense. There's
Did you
this
go to
kid who's
TwitchCon?
popping up. I didn't know, but
Oh.
I really wanted us to go.
I definitely don't have time for that because funny enough, next week is midterm week, so I'm supposed to be studying for that, but I'm instead doing a podcast,
Just the pussy.
which is still going to come out on Sunday because yeah,
I can't wait for us to record the one on Halloween. That's on a Monday.
yeah. Look forward to the Halloween episode because apparently it's going to be
It's
in
going to be a
person.
video cast.
It's going to be in person video
I'm gonna
format.
have a table for us, and I'd
You're
like
going
to
to set up
explain-
like a mini studio for us to actually do it in multiple camera angles, maybe, James.
Well,
or
hold
is it-
on. We could
okay.
do multiple camera angles if you want, but here's what my idea was.
Mhm.
We will set up for like an hour, maybe 2 hours, depending on what you feel like you want to do.
I've got plenty of time. The person who's
In
always
the
running
front
low on
yard
time
of
is
my
you.
house.
Okay.
In the front yard of my house.
Let's hope it's going to be cooler by then because right now it's still like 90 degrees outside.
What the fuck is going on?
It's literally the middle of October and it still feels like summer.
It's cold in the morning,
It is cold in the
but
morning.
it's not cold at any other point in the day.
No, not even at night.
Not even
Night
at
is-
night. It's
night-
fucking-
night is warm.
It sucks because I have to pick up my sister at nights, mostly from her job.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm sitting in the car and I don't want to let my car run because it uses gas and like battery and stuff.
Why not just
But
get an
if I
electric one?
don't,
You disgusting
if I-
piece of shit.
fuck you, they're expensive.
I'm elitist
I don't
who
have
owns
that
an electric
money.
car. Just buy a cheap electric one. I'm pretty sure the cheapest one's like 15K, 20K maybe.
Yeah, I'll buy that one.
Sell your
rip-off.
disgusting broken ass car for like 2K and then you'll have like almost enough.
Hey.
Don't pretend like you can get more than 2K for your like broken red Honda Civic 2000
How
model.
dare you? I was gonna take that to get fixed this weekend
Really?
and have no more money because of how much it'll cost to fix it up.
Mm-mm.
It's gonna be so fucking expensive. I don't want to do this, but I have to.
No, don't fix it up. Just
want
save
to-
up
no,
more
no.
money so you could get
JD.
a new car. Get an electric one or
JD,
something.
I'm never gonna sell this car, firstly, because it was one of like the only gifts my grandma ever gave me before she passed away.
Oh, is that why you're
so
fixing it? Is like sentimental value then?
Yeah, it's always been.
Oh,
And,
then never mind.
And also, my brother
You could
is a
just
fucking
destroy it.
jackass about it. He like anytime he gets in the car, he's like, "Yeah, this is Grandma's Horcrux. Don't fucking break it." It's like,
What? But the
Whoa.
windshield's like cracked.
Yeah, the windshield's cracked. He like grabs onto like one of the handles and he kind of yanks on it
Rips it
too
off.
hard. Yeah, he pulls on it too hard and he knows he's doing it and he's like, Jim, he's like doing an impression of her. It's like, this is horrible, man. And he's like, no, I
No, it's
watched her
funny,
die.
dude. It's
I
funny.
watched her die. I get to do that. And it's
I
like,
was there. I get to make fun of it.
whoa, I didn't choose to not be there. I literally wasn't allowed to be.
Oh no! You know what? Fuck you, James, for not being there. It's all your
You were
fault.
you were the one that chose to be there. Shut the fuck up. Stop guilt tripping me. You chose this.
You're right. You're right. Yeah, so you got to go get that fixed up.
Yeah, I gotta get that fixed up this weekend. But
Is it just a windshield, or is it some other stuff?
there's some engine trouble.
Oh, I see.
Well, the problem is that it had been sitting in their garage
In the hot October heat for way too long, and then
they lived in Montana where it snows a good portion of time.
Yeah,
and it just sat in the garage.
Okay.
Like they'd fix it up, they'd clean it and stuff, but they didn't use that car ever. So when I got
that is a problem.
It is a problem because when I got it, it was in very nice condition because it hadn't been like touched. But it wasn't. But it was also not in very nice condition because it hadn't been touched. I had to get the fucking pistons. Like I had to figure out which ones were the bad ones, get them replaced and stuff, which was fucking annoying.
I'm not sure what it is exactly. I just remember that you're supposed to at least run the car, like turn it on and stuff, occasionally, even if you don't really use it. So.
Yeah, man, you just gotta turn that on every now and then.
Yeah, turn it on. Maybe go for a nice drive in the Hollywood Hills.
And just kind
of. You know what I like a lot more than materialistic things, James?
Shakes, let the water recirculate.
Exactly. Get those pistons up and running. Get them joints worked out.
It's like when you leave a water bottle sitting out for a day and you're like, it's got all that condensation. It's gonna taste flat. Give it a couple shakes, it'll be all good.
Exactly. Get that carbonation back up in there. You know, blow on that bottle. It'll iron it right out.
Just pour some water in your gas tank.
All right, enough of your personal life, James. Should we get a little dangerous?
Yeah, TwitchCon happened and people fucking died.
Well, they didn't die, James.
No,
but
they didn't
They
die,
probably
thankfully.
wish they were dead in the moment.
Oh, probably.
At least one of them was, I know. Because
the one who broke her fucking back.
Yes, that one. A streamer, Adriana Chechik, I believe. I don't know if I'm butchering that name.
I think that's pretty close. You
Yeah, so she. Oh, sure, that's fine. But yeah, in TwitchCon there was a booth. I think it was a Lenovo Intel booth at TwitchCon that hosted like one of those foam battles where you
like the
get like a
jousting.
big foam pick and try to like knock each other off the platform into the foam pit.
I really wanted us to go just because of that, because I wanted us to fight.
You wanted us to do it?
I wanted us to fight.
Like our like 10 or 5 or 6 or so reoccurring Crapshoot viewers would be like, oh my god, is that is that Matt and Ryan of Crapshoot?
Is that Rat and Mayan?
No, but yeah, so what happened is she jumped into the ball pit and then broke her back in 2 places. And yeah, that sucks. That's terrible. Mostly because the ball pit was, I guess, not up to regulation.
It wasn't even 2 feet deep.
No, that was a very short.
They made it look very deceptively deep, though. If you watch any of the videos, it looks like it's deep. And
yeah,
it does
look like it's
only
safe.
like a foot off the ground.
Yeah, and I guess they didn't put any padding at the bottom of it either. So it's just,
they didn't.
It's just like a couple layers of those like foam like cube blocks, and then flat concrete. And then Adriana Chechik like kind of did like a kind of a cannonball dive move with their like arms and legs out.
Land on your butt,
she land on your butt. And that was a bad idea, I guess, because kind of broke her back.
And she was standing like maybe 3 feet, like 3.
Now I've never had a back injury because I just haven't lived that long to get one, I guess. So I'm not sure how that feels, but I'm pretty sure. But my father does, and he says he always complains about how he's in pain all the time. So
he asked your dad for his expert opinions.
Yes, well, I mean he's got some good opinions, especially about certain topics that I will bring up in this episode later. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, it's terrible what happened, and probably will suffer from that for life. If I'm going to assume for that is.
Sorry, it took me a minute. Nobody was listing her name. They just kept saying streamer or
I
adult
think nobody wants
performer.
to, yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like nobody wanted to list her
God, they're
name
all fucking
because
pussies.
they used to,
Bunch of
because
fucking losers.
she used to be an adult performer.
I learned from Chris Damaris on the Rooster Teeth podcast. She won best oral scene once during an award ceremony. So
I mean, what?
good for her. Good
No,
for her.
that's one more award than I've won. So
Yeah, that's better than me.
I mean, nobody cares about
I can only
track.
aspire.
No one cares about my track winner record from elementary school. So that award's gone to the shitter.
Nobody
Not
cares
aged
about my
well.
participation trophy.
Yeah, no one cares about that. I mean, no, mine wasn't participating. It was #1, but #1 in elementary school. Sorry, just had to bring that up. I had to flex on you real quick.
Just had a flex on the streamer that broke her back real
Yeah,
quick.
I just had to flex on you plebs. So,
she was not the only one to have an injury, though. There were several other people that hurt themselves in very horrible ways. There was one that broke her leg and stuff. There's a very iconic picture of her in a wheelchair from it.
oh yeah, and her in the really ghetto-looking first aid or like doctor office.
So weird.
It looks really weird because the sign is like drawn on. It's like someone took crayon and just wrote first aid on it and it like taped it onto the wall. It looks terrible.
I have no confidence in this convention.
I mean, funny enough, all of like the really bad conventions had like, I think there's a picture of one like ball pit at a convention that was like actually terrible, but at least that ball pit never broke anyone's back. So
yeah, that one's just full of piss.
That one has never injured anyone. So
that one's just full of piss.
Probably, yeah.
It's not probably, it was.
We're
talking about the My Little Pony convention, right? DashCon or something.
I have no idea.
I also learned about this from the Rooster Teeth podcast when Barbara Dunkelman brought it up.
I think I heard from my friend about DashCon where it was like hosted by a bunch of people who were just trying to scam all the bronies or something.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't an actual convention, so
it's so fucking funny, dude.
they trolled them hard, dude. They really got him.
Funny story, man.
Yeah, they really got him. But yeah, other than that, I don't know anything else really that happened at TwitchCon that was of note.
Well, I wanted there's actually a couple of things that happened that I'm aware of, but with the streamer that broke her back, if you've watched the video, it's hard to watch because it's so fucking sad.
I've watched it and it's not as bad as I thought it would be, but well, I mean, like, it is still pretty bad.
She's sitting there unable like to fucking do anything after she jumps down.
It's because I've seen videos of like bodybuilders doing like bench presses and then like
I've seen those too.
You can see like their pectoral muscle, like their pectoral muscle, like actually like tear off from their ligaments. But yeah, it's still bad when it happens.
Calm down, JD. You're starting to sound like the people who watched the Jeffrey Dahmer show, and you're like, am I mentally ill? I didn't feel a thing while watching this.
No, I didn't say I didn't feel a thing.
I didn't feel a thing while watching this story based on real events about people who actually died. I didn't feel a thing.
Well, she didn't actually die, James. Now you're now you sound like those guys from the Jeffrey Dahmer show who say like, oh, I don't remember what name you said.
Qualifying Jeffrey Dahmer as a fucking doomer is so funny.
I don't know who that is, but you're probably right.
What? You don't know who Jeffrey Dahmer is?
No. Who is that?
You know who John Wayne Gacy is?
No. Who is that?
Ted Bundy?
I've heard that name before, but I don't know what he did.
All three are serial killers. Ted Bundy killed like exclusively young women that he lured into like.
So he was a gamer.
They all could be classified as gamers by today's standards. Yeah,
I see. Okay.
Jeffrey Dahmer definitely exudes.
Ted Bundy, colloquially known as gamer.
Hold on. This is really funny. I can actually equate them all to gamers. Jeffrey Dahmer exudes XQC energy. Mm-hmm. Ted Bundy exudes Ludwig energy.
I'm sure Ludwig would be really happy that you equated it with Ted Bundy.
You know, Ted Bundy's remarked as one of the most handsome serial killers. He's really not, but he's remarked as that for some reason.
Well, I mean, the most it's like a relative quantifier. It's a relative quantifier. All the serial killers could be like ugly as hell, and then the best looking one is still could be ugly.
But he's not, like, I'd say objectively, he's not like handsome.
You can't objectify beauty, James.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't, James. Beauty's
Look
in
at
the
me.
eye of the beholder. Ever
Look
heard
at
of
me and
that?
tell me you can't objectify beauty.
I can look at you straight in the face and tell you can't objectify beauty.
Thank
Unless you're
you.
talking about me, of course, in which case it's very clear, cut and dry,
Calm down, Dr. Manhattan.
See, now Dr. Manhattan is also an example of objectifiable beauty.
Yeah, he just is beautiful. You
He's
can't deny it.
literally straight out of the drawing.
He's literally flawless.
He's that drawing that Da Vinci did in his little sketchbook of like the perfect proportioned body or something.
He's literally flawless. You can't fault him.
Exactly. Anyway, what were we talking about?
So a couple of the other bad things that happened at TwitchCon.
Yes.
I was just gonna say, like, during when that lady broke her back, the announcers, they were what made it really hard for me to listen to, because they just kept going, no, she's fine. Get her out of there. Get her out of there.
I don't think they knew exactly how bad that fall was, because I guess if you weren't really paying attention to like the jump itself, then you would just think like, oh yeah, she jumped into a ball pit, then that's it. She's fine.
It's just hard to watch.
Yeah, it is hard to watch because they didn't even know the whole like backbreaking thing.
Yeah,
it's a terrible thing to happen.
There was a fucking panel for the Dream SMP thing.
Oh yeah,
and
I remember
Dream wasn't invited to it.
That's funny to me.
It's really funny because he wasn't invited to it. Yeah. So when he showed up, security would not let him in. They had to have like other members who were on it let him in. And
yeah, it's fair. Security didn't watch the face reveal from Dream, so they don't know
who
it looks like.
A week before, so I understand. Is that why? Wait, is that why he did the face reveal so he could go to TwitchCon with his friends?
So it wouldn't be so you could go to TwitchCon. Maybe it was a planned move.
They weren't allowing streamers who notoriously wore masks to hide their identity. They weren't letting them wear the masks inside the convention. So there's a streamer who wears like a box on their head, and it's like a big personality set. They wear this box and stuff.
That's weird. I think I saw pictures of streamers definitely wearing like face coverings and stuff, but
I mean, there's face coverings, but then like they wouldn't let these people wear like the box or like other stuff.
Oh, because I guess they would consider that like a bag or something. I know they didn't allow bags in there for good reason.
That was a weird thing.
No, that's a good reason, James. Yes, you don't allow people with bags and backpacks and stuff to enter a con in America, James. That doesn't happen anymore.
We've entered several conventions where we've had bags and they
yes, but we don't look like TwitchCon goers, James. So
yes, we do.
There's a difference.
Yes, we do.
No. I know we don't.
What the fuck do you mean?
I mean, they checked our bags to let us in. I'm pretty sure they didn't have like a checkpoint thing for bags. So they just didn't allow it in.
I had the same guy open up my bag every single day and look at the case that looked like a gun case and just nod his head to me. Sure, they checked our bags.
James, I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. We look like goddamn nerds. Okay, so there's.
Oh, of course, I was wearing fucking nerdy ass shirts all the time too.
I know
you were. We looked like. I was sweating to death every day because it's so fucking hot in February for some reason.
The security looking at us like, no way they'd like bring a bomb in here. No way.
I'm also just gonna assume that because I was carrying like the fucking tripod and stuff
you had all your hands full and stuff.
Yeah,
so funny.
I'm gonna shoot up this.
You had all your hands full and we didn't use like half the stuff we carried in.
We kind of did.
Yeah, we did for like an hour. And then we had to carry it around for like the rest of the time we were in there.
We didn't want to get back in the line. It's so long still.
It was a long line.
Why was it always so long?
I don't know.
How were people not always in?
Was that all? Was that all of TwitchCon, or
there was some misgendering going on from panels and stuff, where they were identifying people that went by like she or he now or just they and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, my dad's calling me.
Oh, that's nice. I guess we'll just end off there. Well, yeah, some weird stuff happened at TwitchCon. I'm sure there's other videos that have covered it.
Sorry, back.
Oh, that was quick.
Some people were getting misgendered and stuff. They when they had like improper pronouns being used, and they wouldn't like fix it and stuff.
I like how I like how Twitch goes through so much effort to like, oh, we care about the whole thing, and then they get it wrong.
I was also gonna bring that up. The Twitch CEO was there, JD.
Was he?
And I watched a streamer TikTok, like a clip from a streamer, and he was like, "Yeah, so I just talked to the CEO of Twitch. I don't think I've met anyone more like not in touch with their platform in my life.
Yeah, I don't think he really cares about
I
it that
don't think
much.
he understands what's happening with his company.
No, no, I'm pretty sure he's just like the G2 thing, partying with Andrew Tate every weekend. Who cares?
My dad pulled up a video on Instagram that had Andrew Tate in it, and I was like telling him, Leave him. Do not watch it, Dad.
No,
Run.
no, no, no.
Run."
Your dad's gonna become just like my dad, James. Red pill to the base.
He does watch a channel called God Pilled.
Anyway, James, is that would
I
that be it?
think
Or?
I think that's Hassan and XQC made up. They're fine now.
I don't care what they if they made up or not.
I don't give a shit either.
They're big streamers. They'll be fine whatever they do.
I have my problems with XQC that I've already normally talked about, so I don't fucking give a shit.
Yeah, and I've got my problems with Hassan too. Whatever his name is. Whatever his
think
real name is.
Have I brought up my problems with the whole Mizkif situation? We can move on to that next. Mizkif has returned to streaming.
Yeah, well, it's a joyous, momentous occasion. Welcome back, Mizkif, everyone.
And then you just fucking mocked me.
Did I? I don't know.
I think
you mentioned that. I don't remember it either.
I don't think we did. But it does seem like something you do. I'm seeing a lot of fucking Master Chief memes, so I'm trying to figure out where
a lot of Halo memes.
The other stuff begins.
It was somewhere up there.
Okay, yeah, I talked about it. I was like, I love how content creators are making it clear they don't give a shit about what's happening, the whole situation with the sexual assault. They just care that Mizkif returned so they can talk about it and get more views about it.
Yeah, that's funny. It's ironic you say that because when we made the video about that whole situation, we didn't get any views for it. So
I put the comment.
It's a good touch.
I was gonna love this because I was expecting it to get traction, but
good touch. It's a good touch. No, I guess the audience, the Crapshoot audience doesn't care about the whole Twitch thing. I guess I don't think any of the Twitch videos have done good, but we'll still talk about it.
I'm not a fan of the situation because people are still misrepresenting it. They're not talking about where the real problem is. Mizkif fucked up completely.
The real perpetrator, the person who actually committed the crime.
Yeah, we're talking about the guy who did the fucking getaway drive. We're not talking about the person that shot a guy in the head. Like, that's not what actually happened, but I'm trying to give an example.
Yeah. A terrible analogy, but okay.
We're not talking about the actual problem with what happened here. We're just talking about the person who kind of helped it move along. But people are only talking about him because he's a big name and he returned. So it's hey, let's all talk about it so we can all get views.
That's a good idea, James. Thank you for pitching. I know you pitched that idea to me, and I was shutting it down. I was like, no, that's fucked up, James. We shouldn't do that, morally speaking.
I love this character with me, where I'm just this horrible,
you're horrible.
Man.
This horrible, terrible person off camera. I paint you as the worst thing ever. If any of your family members ever watch one of the Crapshoot episodes and they're like, really? Does Jimmy actually do that? I mean, I can see it happening.
He's this monster of a human being and he's gay?
Speaking of monsters of human beings, unless you still have more to say.
I just want everyone to talk about Slick. I want us to talk about him. I want us to
sure. I mean, I think he's a great guy, and I think everyone makes mistakes here and there. And
we'll calm down, Miz.
God always gives a second chance to those who are misguided.
Second chance.
To those who are misguided. We should not let our fellow human beings suffer in darkness. Amen.
I don't want Mizkif to have a platform. I don't think he should have gotten all those subs he did. He did cover up something very horrible.
Oh yeah, did he make a ton of money on that return stream?
He made so much money, and that's what's lucrative. He didn't lose.
Dude, you know what that says, James? That says that you should commit a crime like Slick did, and I should be the one covering you up, and then we can get a bunch of publicity going, and then I come back, I do a live stream.
I'm covering my eyes right now.
Dude, I should do a live stream where I rake in all of the subs. And then at the end of it, we'll just be like, we just trolled all of you guys. That didn't actually happen.
None of that was real.
None of it was real. We were all living the Matrix.
We even got XQC
Speaking of the Matrix, Andrew Tate, my boy, is like a cockroach, never dies. He comes back over and over again.
What has he done?
He's like William Afton. I always come back. So he he interviewed Piers Morgan interviewed Andrew Tate on his show. Did you see that? That hour-long clip? Piers Morgan is like, you know who Tucker Carlson is?
Oh God.
He's like one of
Yeah.
those guys where it's like there's their own like sort of like independent news studio type of thing.
Fox News is independent.
I don't know what Tucker
That's where
Carlson
Tucker
is.
Carlson is
Oh
based.
no, well it's like
You mean
Piers
Ben
Morgan, but it's like his
Shapiro?
own
You
show.
mean Ben Shapiro?
Yeah, something like that. I think. I don't know. I don't watch Piers Morgan
Because
either.
Daily Wire, which is Ben Shapiro's thing, is its own place.
Oh, I don't know. I don't watch any of these
I
sources,
know.
Jerry.
I'm educating you on the horrible things that life has brought
Oh,
us.
thank you. I'm so
They
glad
have,
to learn about the horrible things life has brought us.
they have several bad
So yeah,
racist
Andrew
movies
Tate was
coming
on
out.
there, and you know, you should listen to the interviews sometimes. Maybe it'll change your
Should
mind about the
I?
dude.
Should I?
Yeah, if you wipe away all your biases, then maybe it'll change your mind on it. But I know
Impossible.
you're a pretty stubborn person about those kinds of things, so
Yeah, after we just finished talking about all the the fucking misgive stuff, I'll forgive Andrew Tate,
yeah. I mean,
an arguably worse
dude,
person.
James, when are you gonna give a man a break? When are you gonna give a brother a break, dude? You need to chill out.
I still don't like Aiden Ross, especially after he fucking like gave Tate such a platform. And for some reason, I keep getting his clips now on TikTok.
Well, it's because
I don't interact with
it's
them. I
just
see
one of
that
those
it's
things,
Aiden
dude. It's
Ross,
just one
and
of
I
those
just run.
closeted things. You say you hate one thing, but you're actually a big fan of it. I
The
know
thing
you
is,
deep it down. I know you like it.
I see his clips, and I scroll past, and yet I still keep
No,
getting
you
more of
don't.
them than
No, you don't.
anything else.
You watch it. You know you do.
Yeah, I hate watch it.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a hate
how
watch
dare
type of thing.
you?
Yeah.
How dare
What's with
you,
all these
Andrew
interviews
Tate?
going on, by the way? There's the Andrew Tate interview that happened with Piers Morgan. And then there was also Kanye West went on an interview too. And
Oh my God.
he was in an interview with Tucker Carlson. That's why I brought it.
Yeah, Kanye's fucking dumb. He's a fucking
I,
man.
I have no idea anything about Kanye West, except the only thing I know is what people told me, which was that he's mentally insane and
Yeah,
that he's done a bunch of crazy stuff.
he's really off
And that
medication.
he used to make music and now he's a fashion designer, I think.
Well, he's always been a bit of both.
Maybe a bit of both.
Kanye has so a lot of people will say Kanye's overrated now just because of what he's doing. He's
Right.
not.
Okay.
He has pretty good music. I don't think Donda was a
Yeah,
great
like that
album.
the wolves thing that we made that always became a meme. It was like ooh ooh. I'm gonna get copyrighted for that.
You're peeking for me.
I'm probably peaking for everyone else too. My bad.
But yeah, Kanye makes pretty good music. I mean, despite
Yeah.
like the fucking dumb
Yes,
fucking things
I
this
watched
man
a little
says.
bit of that interview just because it looked. I mean, I saw Asmongold made like a video on it, and I just watched his video of the interview.
Did you watch Asmongold and you went, wow, James really described how to do a good Asmongold impression?
I watched Asmongold, and I was like, damn, James really nailed this Asmongold impression. The look, the feel, everything of this, and except minus the success. So,
How dare you?
so apparently he got into controversy because he wore a White Lives Matter shirt
He
about
did.
it. Well, I know you're like Kanye West's best friend. So what do you think about it, James?
So as Kanye West's best friend,
Yeah.
I went out there with Kanye West, and
Yeah.
it's very similar.
You were the
to
one standing next to Kanye West wearing the same shirt, just in like inverted colors.
Actually,
so what do
I
you have
was
to say
off
for
camera.
yourself?
I was off camera wearing a red.
You were the
version of it.
cameraman who's also wearing the same shirt as them. So what do
Mine
you
was
have to
just
say about
colored
it?
red with black text, but
Yeah.
yeah. So similar to the Super Mega skit about them coaching Michael Jackson on how to deal with his controversy.
Yeah.
That was me talking to Kanye, and then he tweeted out the words "DEFCON 3" on Jews, but
Yeah.
instead of
And
it
you
being
laughed, right? You laughed.
Well, hold on. Instead of it being DEFCON as in DEFCON,
As in
it
the
was
actual how you spell
death
DEFCON? Yeah.
as in dying
Uh-huh.
con
Okay.
3
Uh-huh.
on Jews.
Okay.
So Kanye West put out an active threat against Jewish people.
Okay, so what's the problem?
So White Lives Matter is a indicament of Black Lives Matter, which was it's a thing that's happened before where you'll hear the phrase where white nationalists will use the phrase white life, like they'll use White Lives Matter or they'll say the phrase
Yeah.
white power,
Mhm.
specifically neo-Nazis, and that was done as a reaction to black people using the term black power as a
Yeah.
during the whole like fucking civil unrest and stuff in America. During that whole period of
I
time.
don't know any of this,
So
actually. I must have missed it.
when Black Lives Matter started being a thing, people started using White Lives Matter, and it's just another sort of white nationalist sort of signaling.
Oh, so
And Kanye
it's
West
not like a
is
it's not like the same thing of Black Lives Matter.
it's
It's an evil white lady type of thing, if you will, James.
yeah. So instead of it being this thing that's supposed to help empower and strengthen a group of people who are like, really marginalized, I don't know if I'm using the right term there, who are really like put down and everything, it's instead empowering the group that is putting them down.
Put down in DEFCON 3, yeah.
And he's saying it specifically against Jewish people. He's saying
Yeah.
DeathCon on all Jews, which is
It's
only
funny because
supporting
in
the
that
whole.
interview, I think he did a question where he's like, "Why did you wear this shirt? Why'd you do it?" And Kanye was just like, "I thought it was funny."
I don't think I don't doubt that. Kanye West just does
Does
stuff
he have
because
like
he thinks it.
autism or something? I think I heard something about him having
I know he
autism.
has something. I don't know if it's been diagnosed yet.
So it's
I'm
just
sure.
rumors then of that he has
I'm
something,
sure
but
he
he
has
hasn't never been
something.
diagnosed.
I know he does take pills for something, and then
Okay.
he stopped taking the pills.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
You gotta
and
take the pills, Jerry. That was a
he
reference. If anyone gets it, good for you.
uh, he's just off the fucking rocker. He's always been a little bit off. I think some of his best music sometimes comes from when he's off. No offense.
Yeah.
Uh, that is just a staple of all artists, though.
Yeah.
But
Artists have just got to be batshit insane
when
to make really good music.
when you're really struggling and like against the wall is I think when your best stuff comes out, which I think happens a lot with Kanye.
Yeah.
Uh,
Why
but
does none of your best stuff come out when you're like in peril all the time? Instead you're just writing paragraphs of complaining text to me on Discord.
yeah, it's because I'm at work and I can't do it any other time.
Just gotta sing out at work. Start writing your
I gotta
start
make
writing
my.
your album when you're working.
Have I told you about the fact that I have written an album of music?
Have you?
I have. I'm
I
never
don't
gonna
think you've
release
told
it.
me.
I'm
No.
never gonna release it. It was called Red December.
I
It
thought you
was.
were about to say red pill.
I should. I
Yes.
should.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna change the
Would it be
name.
exactly like Super Mega where you start making music too? That's like bangers, but I don't know. I'm
I
not very musically talented.
No, it came from probably a very depressive period of my life, which is very close to pandemic. It's like 2019 to 2020-ish is when I was writing it.
Oh yeah.
And I've got it like all like the audio for it all recorded in my phone's recorder. So it
I
doesn't
see.
sound good and it's
Nice.
never gonna be released ever because it's
Really?
not
Not even if you reach 1,000 subs?
not even. I mean, I
Oh
might
man.
like I'll
Got
touch up the
100K
song.
subs.
If I ever feel like it, I'll touch up the songs, but I am not gonna allow myself
No,
to
no, no,
sing
no,
it
no.
because I can't
Release it
sing.
raw. No balls, no cap, no printer.
I could there's a song that I think I could release that could be probably pretty all right. I'll have to
Yeah.
like ask my dad to sing it because he's a lot better at singing and playing guitar than I am. But the
Oh, your
lyrics
dad
I
plays
like.
guitar and sings?
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
I can't do either though.
Yeah, fuck you, James. Yeah,
I'm not
what
talented.
is the low tier? You're worthless. You're untalented. You should kill yourself now and give someone else a piece of that oxygen from the ozone layer.
I'm just smoking the oxygen pack.
Yeah, you're just coping by huffing the oxygen, huffing someone else's oxygen.
But yes, I
God, what a
think
piece of
artists
shit
like
you
best
are, James.
getting back to where we were.
Yeah,
I
the
think artists'
Kanye
best
West
stuff
interview.
come from their depressive like states and stuff, and I think a lot of Kanye's best stuff has come from there. But I also think he's been off it too long. He's allowed himself to be so deeply influenced by a lot of very
Mm-hmm.
horrible stuff.
Mm.
Uh, his divorce hasn't really helped, and Kim Kardashian just kind of like I don't think she's really helped either. I think she's kind of been influencing a lot of this, like kind of
I
pushing
heard
it
she was
more
a
and more
great
out there.
person. I'm
Yeah,
sure everyone in
yeah,
Kanye West's sphere are just
I'm
wholesome,
sure.
law-abiding citizens.
I'm sure her constantly talking about her sexual adventures with Pete Davidson very publicly is really helping
Oh no,
the person
James,
that she just
are you
divorced.
against the sexual freedom of women in today's society, James? Really?
I'm not, no, but I
Okay.
think like not
Oh,
place, and
what
time.
you think women should be talking about their open relationships with other people and when they were supposed to be in a committed one is a good thing or not? Huh?
God, we're doing such shitty
Yeah,
person
you know what?
laughs too.
Fuck you, James. You know what? I want all the viewers to know we all love our wives. Okay, so there you. I just want to put that out there.
Have we talked about the SNL skit for the Try Guys?
I don't think so. No.
SNL did a
Did it? Was it
skit.
recent?
It was like literally the week they put out their video where all three of them are sitting on that couch. It was the same week.
Oh, I see.
It was done very quickly.
It was done It was done in a good, timely manner.
No.
Oh yeah.
It was not done with love and care. It was definitely done with very visceral feelings.
It was done calculative.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
It was calculated. It was planned.
No, it was not.
It was Planned Parenthood, as Kanye West said in his interview. I think I just remember this. He said something like Planned Parenthood. I'm not sure if this was true. He said that Planned Parenthood was originally created in order to make less black babies in the world. That's what he said in that interview, Kanye West.
Knowing the roots of a lot of stuff in America,
I'm sure there's something true to that. I think it
sure
was
something true in there.
I think there's something true in there.
He might be on to something.
No. He's got a point.
Hold on. I think I've been Kanye pilled.
I've been Kanye Wested, dude. Kanye West. What a man, dude.
Oh god, I gotta talk about the search for Weezus. It's this documentary.
I haven't even gone to the main point of this episode yet, and it's been 40 minutes.
But on the Kanye topic, there's this channel out there called the Grouse House. Yeah. Nothing to do with Funhouse. They're an Australian group of comedians who do like investigative stuff, and they're currently investigating the Yeezus video game. You remember that, right?
No. What's that?
So it was this game that came out in like 2016-ish, and like it kept getting updated more and more.
Yeezus?
Like it's the shoes? Yeezus the game, and it's about Kanye West, but people think it's actually a secret cult, a simulating game and stuff.
Oh.
And Matt Pat did a game theory on it, and it's about this cult called Ascension. They believe in the idea of ascensionism and stuff, the advancement through technology and computers rather than through biblical religiousness and stuff. But there's this group called Grouse House, and they're doing an investigation on it, and it's like a 6-part series, I think. And each episode is really good. Because
that's good to know.
They're really like doing some good dives. They're doing a lot of skits and stuff throughout it as well. And
it's really funny.
I really like it. I think it's really funny. They're bringing on the guys from Auntie Donna because they're like kind of accompanied with them.
Oh, because they're Australian too.
Because they're Australian too, and I think they're under the same umbrella.
Yeah, but well, also, I don't talk to criminals, James.
One of them might know the creator of the game.
Really?
Unintentionally, because they used to work
because
together.
The creator is also Australian or something, or
possibly the creator Nick Lyons is listed as Australian.
Oh, that's a very Australian sounding name to me.
I won't.
That's a really Australian sounding name to me, mate.
I won't go.
I think he lives in the outbacks along with the kangaroo with the roos.
That is a New Orleans accent you are doing there.
No, it's Australia, mate.
That is as
don't lie to me, James.
Can you say down in the bayou in that accent?
No. Let's move on.
I won't spoil too much because there's a lot of stuff I didn't know that gets revealed in this. But one of them knows Nick Lyons because they were work friends. They find that there's like this entire music like genre that is defined by this game and stuff. These people might have created the idea of ascensionism completely. None of this is what it seems. There are a ton of shell companies and stuff. And this actually might have something to do with the Matrix itself entirely.
Oh, yeah. The Matrix.
It's I think only 3 parts are out right now. They are planning to do 6 or more, depending on if they get more funding, as they say in the first episode.
I see.
But it's really
Are you going to
be
the one funding them? You're going to be the investor?
Oh, yeah, man. I'm sending them $100 every day.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
No wonder you can't afford your car repairs. Like, Jesus.
No.
So should we get into the real dangerousness of this episode? 40 minutes in. 40 minutes in when no one else is watching. Other
I'm
than
watching.
you, I mean,
I'm
you're gonna be
watching.
watching this. Yeah, I'm sure
I'm
I'm
literally
sure you'll
watching.
enjoy this because I'm going to be talking about your people. So
What?
racism, James.
What?
Let's get a little dangerous.
Whoa.
So earlier this week, I was driving back from my university with my mother and my sister in the car because they want me to drive to practice driving and stuff to get my license
Can't
eventually.
drive. Nerd.
Well, I mean, I can drive.
Nerd.
I can drive just fine. But yeah, while I was driving, they got into a heated argument about something, and I just saw them to eavesdrop because I'm literally right in the car with them. They start
I
shouting.
decided to eavesdrop as I was 1 foot away.
Yeah. You ruined my storytelling, dude.
No, go on, man. No, go on.
So what it was about was that my sister wanted to go hang out with one of her friends at a karaoke. And it just so happened that this karaoke that they were going to go hang out at was at a pretty sketchy part of town. And by sketchy part, you know, the area around UNLV, which is like not like right next to UNLV, but in that kind of general area where it's like kind of ghetto and there's a lot of crimes happening there. You know?
I know what you're talking about. I've done
it's that area.
Sign work in that area. I know exactly what you're talking about. I get you.
Yeah, it's that area. So
it's over there.
Yeah, it's over there. So my mother's like, no, you can't hang out with your friend there because it's dangerous. And two girls at that place at that time, which was going to be 6 o'clock at night, spanning maybe like 1 or 2 hours, going to be at the karaoke. So like 6 to 8 at night in that area. My mother's like, no, you can't do it. And it seems reasonable, right?
Right.
But then racism. And then pineapples. Like pineapples, racism comes out of nowhere.
Classic pineapple racism.
I'm not sure what race my sister's friend is. I don't really care that much.
I thought you were about to say what my sister is.
No. No. But my mother just starts going on this rant about black people in that area. And saying stuff like, these black people, they're gonna kill you, kill you. Speaking to my sister and stuff in that area and stuff, so you can't go there because of that, and you need to stop. You need to stop being friends with that one friend of yours. Maybe because of race things. I don't know what race her friend is. I don't think my mother knows either. Maybe. I don't know.
Hypothetically,
so it turned real sharp at that corner.
I would have
and just like my father, my mother's like looking at me trying to get like my like approval too, and I'm like, I'm just focused. I'm just focused on driving. I got my head, my eyes are straight locked on the road as they should be when I'm driving, and I'm just I'm not even participating in this conversation.
JD, get in on this. Don't you agree?
No, I'm not going to get in on that conversation. So yeah, so that happens, right? And you know how Asian people can be a little xenophobic of other races.
Can be.
Yeah. I mean, you have some yourself too. So
yeah, I got a few.
I mean, they adopted you, but then they died, and then you got readopted. So
what?
It was
No, those are my real parents.
Oh yeah, my bad. I just get confused sometimes. So. This thing happens, right?
So stupid.
This thing happens, and you know, my sister's really upset because you know she can't hang out with her friend. You know, I fully understand the whole point of you can't go to that karaoke with your friend. Like if you decide to hang out in a different place, that's fine. And my mother's like, you should like either one, don't be friends with that person. 2, if you are gonna still be friends with that person, don't go to karaoke. 3, if you still really want to hang out with them, go to a different place. And I was like, that makes sense to me. Like, don't go to that particular place at that particular time.
Right.
And then, you know, a day passes, and a road very close to my my college gets shut down. You know why, James?
Why?
Because there was a police officer that got shot and killed there at that intersection. It was shut down for investigation.
Did your sister do it?
I'm not at liberty to say that.
No.
Wait, I got the soundboard.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not at liberty to say that, but I was driving back home again that particular day, and you know they were still arguing about the thing, and then my mother turns to me and says this, right? She's like, see, look, no, she was saying this to my sister. She's like, see, look what I told you. These black people are really dangerous. They shot and killed a police officer at that intersection right there. See, look, I was right this entire time.
Oh no.
I was right this entire time. And then she said,
what did she say,
she said black people can't control their emotions. The second they get angry at you, they will pull out a gun and kill you. You understand me, little sister? And I was just not participating in this conversation. I was just driving, and she was like, this is why you can't be friends with them, okay? This is why you have to avoid them at all costs. And obviously, you know, in my experience,
I've never gonna hate me if she
I've never seen something like that.
Meets me.
But there's a saving grace to this, James. It's not just black people. It's pretty much every other race other than Asians. She'll say that about every other race. So it's okay.
Jesus Christ.
What's funny is that every single time they say some insane shit like that, some really specific event happens, like that police shooting that takes place in like the perfect time, perfect place, right next to the place that we were driving. And she's like, see, look, that justifies my thing. It just reinforces my like stereotype, this racism that I have in my mind, and I can't even dispute it because it happened, I guess. I mean, it would
never normally happen.
The crime itself probably doesn't even relate to like race itself. So it just so happened. It just so happened that it was a black dude who shot and killed a police officer. So
that's just such unfortunate timing.
It is unfortunate timing, and it's also like the whole media. And like every single time you hear a crime in media, it's, you know, a black person doing a crime or something.
Not all the time.
Well, I mean that's what my parents say to me. I don't watch TV.
Wasn't that guy in the clown mask that was stabbing people? Wasn't that a white dude?
Yeah, it's like what my parents say to me is like they're all these criminals, JD. Don't you see a connection here? They're always white, Mexican, or black. And I'm like, I guess so. That's like 90% of people.
Ooh, it wasn't a white man. I think he's Mexican.
Yeah, I don't know. So I don't watch TV. So that's just what they tell me. I don't watch the news.
Yeah, he was.
So
not black. Not black. A win is a win.
That's you mean it's not another mark in the column of losing. It's not a win. It's not a loss. But
it doesn't prove your mother right in this situation.
Yes. So, you know, stuff like that happens. And yeah, I think my sister did actually hang out with her friend, but at a different karaoke, one that was like closer to our place that we live in.
Yeah, I get it if your mother said, oh, it's too late, you know, I don't want you going to that karaoke.
It's like the whole Andrew Tate thing where some of the things he says makes perfect sense, and they all No, James, you should listen to what he says sometimes. He says some okay things sometimes, but it's just those one or two things that are really bad what he says, and also those crimes that he's maybe committed, which has no evidence yet.
And just going, yeah. That's so dismissive. Yeah.
So yeah. I live in a society, right, James? And sometimes in this society, you got to do what you got to do.
Society made me the man I am today.
Exactly. So that interesting interaction happened with me just the other day. I mean, it's more common than you think, I guess. So, I mean, it's right in my own family. And you know what they say? Families have like same values and stuff. So
it runs in the family.
It runs in the blood runs thick in the family. That's what they say.
You know what they say?
I must have been adopted. I swear, James. I must have been.
Blood is thicker than black people. I don't know.
Out of nowhere.
I don't know. I was just like, what race?
I just want you guys to know, if you were still watching by this point, 50 minutes into the episode, if you were black and you were a watcher of the crapshoot, I'm not racist toward you. I approve of you as a person.
No, I swear I'm not. I swear
as long as you're not a criminal, I guess. Unless you're not Andrew Tate. Unless you're a top G. Other than that, I would approve.
You know, that's something I always forget is that he is black.
Yeah.
Guy looks like a fucking white man though.
Whoa, James. That's
Motherfucker's a wolf
whoa.
in sheep clothing, man. I swear to God.
Whoa.
I swear. No,
Wolves
I
by
swear.
Kanye West. Ooh.
Shut up. No, I swear. If people more actively knew he was black, they would not
Yeah.
like him. A lot of his fans,
Yeah.
because he looks white, and that's the thing. I think that's why people hate Sneeko more than they hate
Hmm.
Andrew Tate, is because they can actively tell that Sneeko isn't white.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think that Andrew Tate was white though. I thought,
Well, that's because you understand just like a little bit of his history.
yeah. I mean, he looked like multi-race to me, but it's whatever, I guess.
I don't know. I think he looks too vague enough that like people can latch on. Because I know I sometimes get it confused. I'll think like a white person is mixed, and then they'll just have like not like
Yeah, but I'll
dark
say this
skin.
right now. Unlike James, I don't classify people inside of a certain race. A person is a person to me, and no matter what your race, if you commit a crime, you're a criminal. So there you go.
Is that how we're ending this?
That's
Is
no.
that the
That's.
is
I mean, I
that the
still
end
want
of
to
the
bring up
episode?
something. I wrote
Yeah,
this
let's.
down, but I don't exactly remember why I
I'm
wrote
gonna
it
have
down.
to. I'm gonna have to leave pretty soon to pick up my sister. But yeah, let's speed run this.
Okay, let's speed run this then. I wrote down red pill, black pill community for some reason. I think it was because I watched an Asmongold
Fuck
video,
yeah, man.
recent video
Let's do
about something
this.
like
Talk
that.
about red pill, black pill.
Yeah. So, do you know what it is, James?
To be red pilled?
Yeah, to be red pill or to be black pilled or whatever.
Uh, so red pill and blue pill technically are to be like the hey, here's the different like here's the Matrix analogy again. Take the red pill
The
and you wake up
Matrix.
to yeah, it literally is a reference to the Matrix. Take the red pill, you wake up to reality. Take the blue pill and you continue being under their control, ignorant and unaware.
Hmm.
And people call themselves red pill. They're saying that they're woke to it, but not woke like progressive.
Hmm.
Woke like they're literally awake.
Right. Like they're in reality now.
Big brain.
I'm sorry. Are you Morpheus? I didn't think so.
I am actually. Yeah, I am. I am.
Oh, okay. So
I know.
what's black pill then?
Being a black person. I
As
don't
my
know.
mother would say.
I've never heard of black pill. I've heard red pill and blue pill, but I've never heard of
I
black
think I
pill.
know. I could describe what black pill
I
is.
mean, I know God pill is literally just being like you're red pilled, but you're also religious as shit.
Dude, I don't know if I should say this, but the people who are like super religious, at least in my experience, the super religious ones, Kanye West actually fits in there now because I didn't know how
Yeah.
religious he was until I saw that
Fair.
interview where he's literally talking about like God every other sentence, which
He's
is
also a big
fine.
anime fan.
Is he? I bet he
He
watches
loves,
hentai.
dude.
The disgusting degen.
He loves Akira. He makes so many references to it in his media.
Yeah, how do
He
you
really
feel,
loves
James,
Akira.
that someone like Kanye West likes the same anime that you do? I bet you feel that much bit worse, huh?
It makes sense because it does speak to his kind of idea, but he sees himself as Tetsuo, which is the problem.
Oh, I see. So
You shouldn't see yourself in Tetsuo. That's the biggest problem.
yes, it's yeah. So
If you watch Akira, JD, if you took the
yeah,
Akira
well,
pill,
if I want, if I was a Kira pilled, so I'm pretty sure black pill means it's referencing a group of people who are like incels, where they believe that
cool.
like the in order to get like if you're like ugly or short or any like unattractive in any way
Whoa,
to women,
me?
then it's impossible for you to get laid in at least now in today's society. That I think that's what it is. Where it's black pill, it's like people who are coping with the fact that they're incels and they can't get laid. So then they all kind of congregate together and be like, you know what? These are the reasons why we can't get laid, and we shouldn't even try because we can't get laid, and that's it. That's it. There's no hope. Period.
He
I think
explains
that's
my
what
dad.
black pill was. I think you'd fit
Explains
in
my
there.
dad one day.
I think that fit. I think you'd fit right in there, James.
Yeah, man.
Welcome,
Definitely.
welcome to the
I thought you said Waka Waka.
welcome to the black pill community, James. We're happy to have you.
Have one with it.
By
Hey, do
we,
you
I
think
mean not me. I don't think
do you
I'm in
think
there.
they'll take the Gundam pill?
Well, I mean, I don't think I'm in there, but maybe I'm in there, and I just don't know it. Maybe I haven't taken
JD,
the red pill.
you're in the brown pill.
I haven't even taken a pill yet, James. Which pill should I take?
Brown one.
What was the brown one do?
It's a laxative.
Oh, I see.
It's the one you don't want, but you know it's gonna probably help you the most.
It's the one. It's the hard truth to swallow, but it's gonna make you feel better in the future. And It's really the better option going forward.
Of them all, this one's gonna help you the most.
Yes, I think I want to talk about it because my father was telling me to like watch more stuff on it, and I was like, I don't really want to. Like, I don't really care about it. I'm pretty sure he's a red pill kind of guy. I think he
absolutely is.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't really blame him. I can understand why he would see the world that way because of.
But I do blame him.
Because of his experiences with my mother, I understand why he would view women that way.
Did your mother cuck your dad?
No. My mother's just my mother's a great person, James. I'm sure you understand.
I love that pause and you going, well.
Well, I mean, she's never cheated, so that's not the reason why.
And with that, folks, we'll be ending this.
James has got to go. We'll end it here.
That timing, I know.
That's fine, James. I got what I wanted to say.
I can't wait for the Halloween episode, though.
Oh, when we're seeing each other in person discussing these dangerousness topics in person that no one's going to hear because they're 40 minutes into the episode.
Oh my God, that's literally going to be 3 weeks.
If I'm ever in a podcast as a guest on your podcast, this is exactly what I'm going to be talking about over and over. I'm going to be like Alex Jones, where it's like, I'm the one who killed those children. It was me. I was the one who did it.
No.
If you guys enjoyed it, you should subscribe. It was me. I was the one who was racist.
Alex, no. As your lawyer, stop talking.
No, Alex, you weren't the one who killed those children. No. It was actually me. I did it. It was me.
Okay.
Every Sunday. We drop it every Sunday. If you guys enjoyed, if you had a little laugh, maybe a little chuckle, you should subscribe.
If you too take the brown pill with us.
I saw your wholesome comments on the Super Mega video, and I get your feelings. I get your feelings. We're all in this together as one race of people. Homos. And that's it.
I mean, the actual.
Bring us out, James.
So, are you gonna be wearing?